I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah. Well, I'd have to be bloody standing, wouldn't I, Voodoo Foos? Hey, there's nobody in there. Well, I ain't got a bleeding choice, have I? Hey, we've all got to just carry bleeding on, haven't we? Here, I thought I'd get myself on here anyway, Voodoo Foos, because I'll tell you who's been getting on my nodules this week. I'll tell you exactly who's been getting on my nodules this week. That bloody Woko. Oh no, hang on a minute. No, it wasn't right. Well, she's got on me nerves as well, but I'll save that for another one. Listen, not Woko, her long lost twin sister. I think she might be illegitimate. Shh, don't say I said. But she's got an unknown twin sister what gets herself down a place in the Kiwi world, down in New Zealand. Do you know who I'm on about, Jatinder Heartburn? Yes, Jatinder Heartburn. Oh my days, she's been getting on my bleeding nerves this week, she has. Yeah, well, to be fair, she's flown under the bleeding radar lately, hasn't she? I meant to say a few things now and again, but I'm not being funny. She's every shade of bleeding vanilla, that woman, isn't she? Yeah, and that's the main thing about it, isn't it? Because you know how she's one of these communists, or socialists, or whatever they are, sociopaths, something, I don't know what they are. Anyway, they want to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. You know, one of them. And we're all going to link hands and probably skip around the fields all together. And in order for us all to be nice and to be kind, and she's going to keep everybody safe, and one thing, the bleeding another, she's going to ban free speech. And if that doesn't work, she's going to use incarcerations and castrations and probably beat people to death as well. Shh, don't say I said. Yeah, but that's the sociopath way, isn't it, you see? They want to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, and we're all going to be exactly the same colour of beige, and, well, taste of vanilla, or look like vanilla. I don't know what vanilla looks like, but it probably looked like Jatinder Heartburn. And to be fair, do you know what? Now she took her bleeding nose bag off, not her nose bag, her mask. You know how she kept wearing a mask? She used to look like Mask of Zorro, didn't she? But it slipped a bit. Yes, and now she don't wear that mask anymore. Every time I see her come up on my iPad, I always think to myself, Gertrude, don't forget to put sugar lumps on your bleeding shopping list. Yes, that's what I do, because I always forget, you see. So, yeah, there's the old Jatinder Heartburn, and she's, like, going on about something to do with this, that and the other, and she's decided that if there's any unknown deaths, you know, people what sort of, like, getting about a place on their own, quite happy and healthy, and then just pop over dead, them sort of people, well, she's issued a diktat on account of the fact that she's a dictator or something or other, and a sociopath or sociologist. I think she's a sociologist, yeah. Was she a social worker? She's something like that, anyway. And she said to everybody in New Zealand, in the echelons and everything, and your post-mortem people, she said, if people just keel over and go toes up, she said, and there's no discernible cause of death, well, just write it off, don't worry about it. Yeah, so she's issued a dictatorship or whatever. So that's that sorted, so we don't need to worry about all those unknown deaths and, well, don't know what the causes are. We don't need to worry about them anymore, just move on. Yes, one of them. And, yes, so anyway, yeah, and they're being quite nasty to the Maoris, they are, yes, because apparently what happened was they had some MPs in their House of Parliament, what were Conservative, and just happened to be culturally Maoris. Because Maoris are actually the indigenous people what used to live in your Kiwi world before your Jatinder Heartburn and her crew got her feet under the bleeding table. Yes, so because they're Conservative, she said that they need to get back to their reservations or something or other like that. Yes, I mean, they're that bloody racist. That's the thing about these bleeding sociopaths, isn't it? They're the most racist people you've ever met in your bleeding life. Yeah, because they're Conservative, they're not really Maoris or something. Because she's so dumb, well, not being funny, they're very badly educated, these people. They're not very clever. They went to the school of Klaus Schwab. Do you remember Klaus Schwab? I think it was something. Shh. Anyway, he was one of them. I think he might have been in with the Pope. You know the Pope they threw out? Because he got bubbled up, because he was in the youth was. Shh. Not supposed to say. But anyway, he's not like it anymore. He's a sociopath now, or socialist, social worker. He's a social worker. And he's created the World Economic Forum. And Jatinder Heartburn, she's one of his little crew, isn't she? she's one of the herd sort of thing, or whatever it is she gets herself about the place doing. Yes, and so anyway, yeah, so where were, yeah, so these Maori people, apparently they were conservative, and that's like a bleeding rude word, because she's so thick she doesn't realise that actually conservative is just another word for conserve. It comes out of the same word as conservator, conservation, conserving, that basically. You know, when you're at an unchanged position, you want whatever it is to carry on and on. Mainly like culture and traditions, things like that, and with them being Maoris, well, it's sort of like a given that some of them are going to be conservative because they want to keep their culture and they want to keep their traditions and they want an unchanging dynamic. I don't know, an undownlight dynamic could be unchangeable. I suppose it could be, you know, couldn't it? It could be, couldn't it? Especially if you're a Maori and you just want your traditions to go on and on, you want an indigenous person, you know, a bit like the British. Some British people are conservative because, well, they just want the British traditions to carry on and on and on. And it's the same as your Aborigine people, and it's the same as some of the people in your Justin Trudeau's place in your Canada, or China, or whatever it's called nowadays. Yes, yeah, because China, actually, thinking about it, they're bringing all their traditions and they're rolling it out across the whole of the global globe, they are. And I'm not being funny, I think it's a better world for it. I do, because I love Chinese food to start with. I mean, I didn't get where I am today by, well, holding off on the Chinese buffets. Now, did I? No, I'm like bloody Usain Bolt as soon as I see the word buffet. Yeah, and the Chinese invented them. So it can't be all bad, can it? But anyway, yeah, so she sent all the Maoris back to the reservations and told them they can't be conservative. And the other thing she's going to stop is free speech, because she says, how can she save the world and the climate and everything, one thing and another, if people aren't going to believe that the climate change is necessary? I mean, there's some people don't believe that people actually did go and land on the moon. But it doesn't stop the fact that, well, there's a whole industry revolving around the fact that people flew up to the moon and got themselves out and walked about the place a bit and said, hello, Houston, we have a problem, or whatever it is they said. I don't remember what they said. Didn't they say something about they couldn't see God or something? Or was that Yuri Gagarin or something or other, that Russian lad that got there first? He got there first, didn't he? Shh, don't tell Mr. Putin. So anyway, that was basically the 20th century world history and sort of, well, a little soundbite for you YouTube viewers. So anyway, she's stopping free speech because she doesn't think that people should, well, we've all got to have the same opinion as her because, well, we're a big collective and we're all equal, like your communists are, you know, they like everybody to be equal, but obviously not so equal that she doesn't get private jets and one thing and another, you know, that old blimmin' shenanigan again, you know, like they do, these people. Yes, we're all equal, equally bloody poor, and they're like equally bloody rich. A good 1% of them hold all the world's resources, and we can all go off, can't we really? Yes, that's what they think. Yeah, so anyway, we're going towards an egalitarian, communitarian, or whatever collective. And in the face of that, she's going to ban free speech because she don't want people having their own opinions, because as far as she's concerned, what she says goes. And she was the same in the jib and the flu, when everybody had the flu and they're all hiding under their beds for a couple of years. And she said, stand by me, you can trust my government, everything I say is true, don't listen to anybody else, you can rely on us to give you 100% of the truth. And then a couple of years on, turned out to be a load of old Billy bullshit. Yeah, so she needs to wind her blooming neck in, doesn't she? She can't stop people having their opinions. People want to have their opinions. They can have different opinions. It don't stop the climate being the climate and the weather being weather. And listen, while we're at it, can somebody give her a bleeding hairband? What is it about these bleeding sociopath women that they always have to have hair flopping around there? Does she think she's bleeding Jesus or something? Bloody hair all going all over her face like that. It looks like a right bleeding skank, doesn't she? Oh, well, anyway, I suppose I'd better get on. My bunion's screaming today, YouTube. Anyway, bye. Bye, VooTube. Bye. Oh, it's not going to go off again, is it?